Gallery of Greats event has given us the best Master Set player items from an event in NHL 25, and it's not particularly close. In this video, I'm going to rank the 5 Master Set player items 1 through 5 and give you my opinion on which ones I would recommend you go after if you're looking for a competitive advantage. As I always say, guys, especially if you're brand new to the game at the holiday season, taking a Master Set player item from an event that is from your favorite team or one of your favorite players is not going to put you at a detriment if you don't take the best player available. If this game has taught me anything, it's that if you use your favorite players, you're really not going to drop a division in Rivals or lose 5 more games of Hut Champs or struggle in squad battles than what you normally play. And on top of that, when you actually win and succeed with these cards, it just feels way better. Hey, it's Macklin! So with that being said, let's get into the rankings. Coming in at number 5, this one's pretty easy. The 89 Dominic Hasek is an extremely fun card. It's just no matter which way you slice it, a forward and a defenseman is always going to provide you more value in game than a goaltender. On top of that, Dominic Hasek is only 6'1", and when you consider the bigger the goalie, the easier it is for the puck to just hit them. They don't need to rely on high attributes. It's just very difficult to use him in a competitive standpoint. Now, he comes with checking boost and agility boost, which are great synergies to help you activate them. We're at the point now where we're starting to see boost synergies actually be able to be activated, so it is important to have a goaltender that allows you to get those activated and online. Now, he comes with silver post-to-post and gold contortionist. Post-to-post is an impactful goalie ability. It will help them get over left and right on D to D one-timers and one-timers in general. However, in NHL 25, if you green up a one-timer, they almost just move out of the way entirely. So, unfortunately, it's really not going to give you a massive advantage. And Contortionist is an extremely funny ability. You will see cards with Contortionist make these just hilarious saves, but it is not something that you can rely on consistently. Now, Dominic Hasek does come with 90 speed, which is the most important attribute for a goaltender. It determines all of the other movements and how quick they actually get there. So while a player's glove high and stick high is extremely important, speed will also act as like a modifier to also improve those attributes. This is a fun card. Growing up in Southern Ontario, Dominic Hasek was one of my favorite players to watch as a kid. It's just that, in my opinion, he would be the 5th option from this event. Now, the next 4 is going to require some context. If you've been playing since the beginning of the game and you've got certain cards like the Fantasy Ekholm or Parayko, obviously, if you have one of those cards, they're more than likely going to play over either of the defenseman options. So that means that those are going to play on your second line, and obviously that wouldn't be your first choice because it's not going to have the highest impact. Here is what I want to say to you guys. Again, every situation is different, but I'll try to cover as many as I can. When I give these rankings, and if I say that they're in a similar tier, and spoiler alert, these 4 cards are all in the S tier. They're all incredible cards. Any one of them, there's an argument to be made that they're the best one. That being said, look at your lineup. Where would they play? If you've got Colton Parayko, Zubov probably wouldn't be your first choice. If you've got Ekholm, Bork is not going to be your first choice. If you've got the Frozen Forces Connor McDavid, maybe Joe Sakic wouldn't be your first option. I hope you get what I'm saying, but that being said, here's the order in which I'd rank them. So coming in at number 4 would be the 89 Ray Bork. Again, I want to make it clear, just because he's number 4 does not mean he's not a great card. These are all in the S tier. And for anyone new to my channel or just picking the game up in the holiday season, anytime I give an S tier ranking to a card, these are cards, in my opinion, that you'll regret not making when the event is over. They will have the longest longevity. For context, the S tier cards that I've given out throughout this year so far, the cover athlete Cale Makar, who is still useful, the off-the-charts Jay Bouwmeester, who, again, still has an argument to be made to be in your lineup, as well as the Frozen Forces Connor McDavid. These are all cards that are going to stay in your lineup for quite some time. Now, Ray Bork at 6'2", 223 is good enough size. He's not gigantic, but he's not small either. He comes with offensive defenseman, which is kind of pointless for him because he's already got 99 wrist shot power and accuracy. Defensive boost is important because his low defensive awareness in relative terms to other high-end defensemen will get up to 91. If you can get that activated, it is still difficult to get a boost synergy activated for a majority of the player base, but still, that is important. If you can get that activated, that does change some things, but if you can't, he's at 87 defensive awareness, 88 stick checking, and 85 body checking. That is on the lower end of the high-end defensive options in the game. meaning that he is not going to be elite at knocking everyone off the puck. However, Silver Elite Edges and Gold Heat Seeker, both for free, are a pretty incredible combination. When you consider that he's got 99 agility and Silver Elite Edges, he can cut left and right and keep his speed against pretty much every card in the game. And Gold Heat Seeker, when you combined with 99 wrist shot power and accuracy, well, for anyone that's had Colton Parayko, you know just how funny it is to watch someone with an elite wrist shot rating go up against goaltenders that just haven't hit those ratings yet. And using Gold Heat Seeker, you can legitimately just throw the puck in at times, and even if they make a save, it will cause a gigantic rebound. So while I don't think Heat Seeker is a must-have ability to activate, the fact that it is free is a massive advantage to have on this card. So if you need a left-handed option and he would be your #1 defenseman, there is a world in which he could be one of the most useful for you. But for me personally, in a vacuum, he'd be number 4. Number 3 is the 89 Sergei Zubov. 6'1", 198, does come with two-way defenseman and pinpoint shooting boost, which again, in my opinion, is kind of useless on this card because he's got 99 slap shot power and accuracy. His skating at 90 acceleration and speed with 93 agility is great, as is his balance and endurance. His low body checking is a little rough again, but when you consider the fact he's got 99 stick checking and silver stick him up, that's a massive advantage that a lot of defensemen don't have. The poke check you will find at times will just be kind of frustrating, where you'll knock the puck off of a player's stick and they'll just get it right back. If you have stick him up as well as 99 stick checking, you're going to get the best possible poke check that you essentially can in the game right now, giving you ability to get the puck back. He's got gold thunderclap for free, and when you consider that he's got 99 slapshot power and accuracy, you don't need a D-to-D one-timer. You can literally just haul off and rip one from anywhere, and you have a chance of beating goaltenders because they're under 90 overall attributes. Again, a very fun card, and if you don't have the fantasy Colton Parayko, he is definitely one of the best right-handed defensemen in the game. Now on to number 2, and this is extremely difficult. I think that, again, when you're ranking in terms of Master Set players, you need to take context in, which is why I usually do tier lists, but because there's only 5 here, I thought I would do a 1 to 5. Joe Sakic, at the current moment, is the best card from this event. So why is he number 2 in my rankings? Well, it's because of longevity, and we'll get into Eiserman in just a second. But he has Sniper Forward, which, again, not as useful as it seems, simply because he's already got 99 wrist shot power and accuracy, but it does help him get his slap shot all the way up to the mid-90s as well, which is crazy. Deking boost, again, tough to activate. If you can, gives him +4 deking. The deking stat will determine how fast you can stick handle the puck, pull off dekes. It is a very good attribute in this game. He's got great hand stats. They're all in the mid-90s, among the best in the entire game. And then you combine that with 93 speed and excel, 94 agility. He's a fantastic skater. Oh, and with all of that, he's got 93 face-offs, meaning that he's one of the best center as well. Now, he comes with Silverborn Leader and Gold Make It Snappy. Guys, I've tried Make It Snappy all year this year. It is just not nearly as consistent as years past. It is not nearly as impactful of an ability as it was in NHL 24. That doesn't mean it's terrible, and it's the fact that it's free. You will just be able to throw the puck in at times with Joe Sakic. I just think that there are better zone abilities that would elevate this card, obviously. That being said, he is the best forward at the current time, in my opinion, from this release. And there is no situation in which someone made this card, I would be like, man, you made a mistake. In my opinion, no matter who they release in week 2, he is going to be one of the best. Which brings us to number 1, the 89 Steve Eiserman. So let's get the reasons out of the way as to why I have him ranked number 1, even though, in my opinion, Joe Sakic is the best currently. Well, the reason for that is because he has 99 faceoffs and gold quick draw. That means no matter what, it doesn't matter if it's February or August, you will be able to win a faceoff, or even at the later stages of the game when other cards get gold quick draw and 99 faceoffs, you will be able to at least give your chance to win every single draw. The massive benefit here is that there is a 0 cost to having gold quick draw, meaning that you don't have to invest ability points on having him as your 4th line center, let's say later in the game. If you need to absolutely win a defensive zone draw or an offensive zone draw, you can throw out Steve Eiserman and with confidence win a draw 90% of the time. If you struggle with faceoffs, I have a faceoff tutorial video from NHL 23. It operates the exact same way in terms of all the counters and everything like that. That will teach you how to understand and be a good faceoff player. I will have an updated video that will be coming shortly in the new year that will explain some of the new mechanics like stamina and abilities, but that video will walk you through exactly what you need to be a good player when it comes to the faceoffs. Now, aside from that, he's still a great card. 90 skating across the board, essentially. 99 slap shot power and accuracy with 90 wrist shot. The power and accuracy on the slap shot is also interesting because off the rush is one of the worst abilities if you had to pay for the ability cost, but again, it's free on this card. How it works is essentially when you enter the zone, your first shot with him will trigger off the rush. Now, because he's got 99 slap shot power and accuracy, if you have a free lane to the net and someone is not using a high-rated goaltender, you can just throw it in. It is not a great ability, and more often than not, you're either going to just kick out a big rebound and maybe lose possession, or he'll just stop it. Nonetheless, it is still an added bonus to this card. He's got great hand stats, but again, the real benefit here is the fact that you have a fourth-line center for the rest of the game, and you can get him by just doing your chores and completing moments and objectives for free. Now, I do want to point out that the sets for this event are going to run for the entire length of the event, meaning that you have until January 3rd at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to make any of these Master Set player items, which means that you should wait until the Week 2 Master Set players have been released so that you see all of the options that you have at your disposal and then make your decision. I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you make any of these Master Set player items, regardless who comes out in Week 2, but I always recommend just wait to see who the full release is, especially if you can make the Master Set players after the Week 2 has been released. I hope this helps. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.